welcome back, you sexy, cute, beautiful anime lovers.
Damn, that was quick.
We
Got through
are
that one fast.
the Out of Pocket Anime Podcast. It's your boy, Blackie Chan.
Hey, I was worried you weren't going to remember your name. It's your boy, the Comedy Hashira. What's up, everybody?
I
You had a
mean,
weird pause there.
it
You had
takes
a weird
time to
pause.
it
You're
takes
like,
time to go
you're
like
like,
this
it's your
and then
boy.
look back at the camera.
I was like, oh shit, he forgot his name. It's like, poor little buddy. All tuckered
Nope,
out.
definitely didn't.
Nope, continue.
No, but we got a very, very
Oh, Jesus.
special
I should have just kept talking.
episode for y'all
Yeah.
today.
Now we're fucking back to the whispers, huh?
And we are back to the My Hero Academia. We've been covering it quite a bit.
Yes, we
And
have.
today we're doing episodes 1-6, technically
Two through
episodes 2
six.
through 6, because
Yeah.
we already
We-
did episode 1.
Episode 1 was so good, we just had to do episode 1 by itself.
Right.
We'll touch
the
on
hype as well.
episode 1. We'll touch on
Yeah.
it a little bit, but if you guys really want to see like a full review of episode 1, we'll have it
Mhm.
linked below.
Exactly. So we've been on the hype train.
Yes,
My
sir.
Hero is back this year. We are very
Mhm.
excited. It's going to be a 24 episode season. That's exciting. And I think
Yeah.
so far they're doing well.
Yeah, I'm with it. I mean, we're 6 episodes in. So, after the first 2 episodes, like it's just impossible for it to go that fast, right? Like the whole season. Like there's just no way. There's no way. You can't do that for a full season.
They definitely started slow.
Yeah. They started to slow it down, you mean?
Yeah, they had like moments.
Right.
It was a fluctuating 6
Right.
episodes.
Other than the first 2 episodes, it's been fairly slow.
Right.
And like here at episode 6 where we're at now,
it's about to climax again.
It's about to fucking pick up again, which I'm super hype about.
Yeah.
Yeah, and once again, just so you guys know, if you haven't watched this before, we don't read mangas.
We do not.
And I can't stress this enough, it's because we can't read.
We do not, or we cannot.
So, joke's on you guys who comment below. You know what I mean?
They're
like, oh, you don't read mangas because you can't read. Yeah, all you had to do is take the 3 seconds to clip into that clip, then 2 seconds later we say that.
Comedy Hashiro still hasn't read all the signs behind him. He doesn't even know what characters are behind him. He just sees the wanted signs. That's it.
Yeah, no lie. The second you said that, I was like, is there writing on the signs behind me?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
You're like, where's he getting that from?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Read a
I was
sign.
like, reading signs
behind me.
I was like, I don't have signs behind me. Pictures.
Yeah. Like what?
Yeah. Took a minute. We got there though. We got there.
Yeah.
But anyway, so what do you think? So every season, right? They're always changing intros and outros. What do you think about the intro to season 7 so far? Intro, outro. Do you like it? Do you not like it?
Honestly, I don't pay attention to it. I really don't. It goes through. I don't listen. I don't watch it. I'm usually looking at something else. And I couldn't even tell you the difference between this season.
I'm not sure if you picked up on it. Yeah, each season they do a different one.
Well, let me fucking finish, man.
Well, you haven't watched it. What is there to finish? You finished already.
Why?
All right, go fucking ahead.
But no, you're good.
You're good. Yeah, because you're fucking done. Jackass.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No. Now I am done.
I can't finish the point. You're good.
Yeah, so you guys, when he was going through that whole point, he had a shit-eating grin on. And I need you guys to understand why he had the shit-eating grin on. Because I told him yesterday,
is this
like, hey, yeah, you were like, and I don't watch it. I don't watch it. That was a shit-eating grin.
Who eat shit?
Yeah,
grin like?
That's exactly what they grin like. People who eat shit grin like that. They grin like this.
Professional.
Yep, I know. But yeah, the reason he had that shit-eating grin is because like 2 days ago, I was like, hey, make sure you have some thoughts on the intro and the outro. And he was like, okay, cool. It's like, because I'm probably going to bring it up. And he's like, all right, cool. And so his thoughts are, oh, I don't watch it. He had 2 days, guys. He had 2 days.
Yeah. You want me to read the message? I'll read the message. You guys tell me if you know that he's talking about the musical intro outro to the show. He goes intro to
Yeah, read the
outro.
message. We'll wait. Blank space. Who cares? We don't need to entertain people.
Let's see here. You can cut it out.
Cut
All
it
right.
out.
Have thoughts on the intro and outro.
Yep.
To what? To the episode, to the intro to the first episode, to the outro of the sixth episode. What are you
Yeah.
talking about? Intro,
Yeah.
outro.
So also remember, he had 2 days to ask that question.
So
If he
what
wasn't
I
sure.
assumed he was talking about was the intro versus the outro of our podcast. Because we were talking a lot about Riverside and the pod and things like that. So I thought you wanted to mention the intro and outro to like what we do.
Gotcha. That does make sense. But also, you know what they say about assumptions, right?
Well,
They say,
my
fuck you,
assumption
don't
was
make them.
my
That's what they
assumption
say.
was strong,
Hey,
so
I don't say it. I've
I
never
didn't
said
ask.
it. I've
I
never
didn't ask
said
for
it
you to.
once. All right? You
Yeah.
said it.
Well, now you know to be more specific and say, hey, the intro and outro to the episodes.
Yeah, I could lie right now and be like, yeah, I'll be more specific in the future, but we know 90% of the time I talk in my own language.
90% of the time you argue in your own language.
Is arguing, do I talk when I argue?
No, you argue.
Oh, I don't
Different.
talk when I argue.
There's difference between talking and
Do I
arguing.
do I sign at you when I argue? Is that what I
Yeah,
do?
you do.
Angry fingers, man. Angry
There's a
fingers.
clear, distinct difference.
There is a distinct difference between signing and talking. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting off track here. Quit fucking distracting us. This fucking guy.
Waiting
dude.
on you, buddy.
Bringing up all these points that don't even matter, trying to show off to the world. It's whatever.
Waiting on you.
I watch the intros and the outros. I
Mhm.
enjoy them. And oddly enough, I started watching intros and outros not until Game of Thrones, oddly enough. So it had nothing to do with anime at all. It was Game of Thrones, the final season of Game of Thrones, when the White Walkers are like coming through and they're trying to fuck everybody up. On the intro in each episode, it turns out they were showing you like how far the White Walkers got. And I didn't know that. Someone told me, and I was like, oh shit, I didn't know that. It's fucking dope. And I started watching them, and I was like, oh, fucking intros and outros have some shit in it. So I should start paying attention to that shit. And then that has led me to start paying attention to intros and outros in all of the shows. So now I watch them. I will say, not my favorite intro and outro. Not my favorite. You can chime in if you have any thoughts on the intro and outro.
Hey, you still haven't even gotten to your point yet.
I literally said not my favorite. Not my favorite. But I will say, if you let it run a little bit towards the end there, it kind of starts to pick up a little bit and starts to hit. The music at least.
Yeah, I don't if anything, I do watch kind of like the cinematic aspect to the intros and outros, but I never noticed any like plot relevance like you referenced in Game of Thrones. That's cool to hear. I would go back if I ever watched Game of Thrones again and watch the intro and see if I can catch it.
Yeah, it's
But
fucking dope.
yeah, no, I never saw an interest.
Yeah.
I never saw.
And it makes me wonder too, because it's like the music typically for animes, like every now and then you'll have an anime where they dub the intro as well, an outro, the music. Like, but in My Hero they don't. And because it's like a slower beat and it's got a different vibe to it, I wonder if I heard the words or if I knew Japanese, if I'd fuck with it a lot more. You know what I mean?
Oh, probably. If you knew what they were talking about, probably that would help.
I mean, you would think so, but what if I listen to it and they're just talking about
it can
fucking
also hurt
birds
it.
and shit? Yeah.
Yeah, it could also hurt it. Understanding what they're saying.
So who knows?
They
I
could be
don't
talking
speak
about hating
Japanese.
black people for all we know.
Yeah, and you would think with as much as I watch,
what if they were just singing "Black People"?
Just all the fucking animes, every anime is
It's
just
like, wait a
all
minute.
like, whoa, whoa.
Where did
Would you
that
keep
come
watching
from?
anime if that happened?
Hell yeah, I would.
I would too.
I
I'd be
don't
like,
even watch the
man,
intros. I'd be like,
why
good
do the
thing I don't
why do
watch those.
yeah, I'd be like, man, why do all these great animes hate black people? I guess I'll find out if I keep watching the show, huh?
Yeah, I would not stop.
Just fucking everyone has a racist
Yeah,
undertone.
yeah, and
We gotta get these watermelon fried chicken loving enemies. Huh? What? I don't
wait a minute.
I don't think
What he say again? God chose
God
him.
chose him.
No,
But yeah.
I don't pay attention to him, so there's not it wouldn't good, bad, or indifferent, it wouldn't affect how I watch the show. But it
No,
is
and
cool to know little things like that, like you mentioned.
yeah, and I know like the only time we've ever mentioned like music or anything aside from like the actual show was
Hmm.
we talked about call it JJK season 1. Remember I said at the time we watched it and brought it up, I was like it's the best soundtrack in anime.
Hmm.
And you were like, "Yep, shit's fucking fire."
Yeah, it's got a
But they
bop to
play
it.
yeah, but they play music before or during the show too. And
Hmm.
then yeah, I mean all animes do, so that's not specific to them. But it's like it's one of those where the music's so good you actually notice it.
Notice it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
agree on that. I don't remember it too much,
Mhm.
but I do remember telling you that I did think it was a bop.
Yeah. Bangers.
Yeah.
Bangers. But now that we got that out the way,
Hmm.
fucking is it
My
Stars and
Hero,
Stripe or Stripe and Stars?
Star and Stripe. A
Star and
weird name.
Stripe.
There's a lot of weird hero names in this
Yeah,
in
don't
this
stop
show.
twinkling. Fucking
Yeah.
what are we doing here?
What's Mineda's one? Like uh
Mineta. Who's
or
Mineta?
Minata?
Mineta?
Mineta?
Yeah, you literally were just dancing around his name there. You got half his name
I
right
gave
the
it my
first time,
best.
then I was like, that's not it. And you were like, oh, let me change the wrong half.
And I said them with full confidence.
100%.
Mineta. Oh, Mineta.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mineta is Grape Rush.
Minata.
Mineta,
His
Grape
name.
Rush.
Oh, okay.
Grape Rush. So his
Yeah.
actually isn't too bad.
But what? Are his balls grape?
They're purple. Look kind of
Yeah,
like
but
grapes.
you could be called
Kind of
Purple
makes
Rush.
sense. I mean, I think we're splitting hairs at that point. Yeah. You
I
just
mean,
don't like Mineta
grape balls? That would be better.
as a hero name.
Yeah. He's got balls and they're grape.
So tiny balls,
Is that what you think of when you hear grape balls?
grapes, tiny.
Depending. There's some fat
Yeah.
grapes out there.
Hey, only you would know. Only you would know.
Goddamn right.
Only
Goddamn right
you would
only I
know.
would.
But all right, Star and Stripe. God
Yeah.
damn, you getting us off track again, fuckface.
It's all you.
Stop it.
You do it every time.
Star and Stripe. We already talked about majority of the fight and how we don't fucking understand New Order. I will
Right.
say, I rewatched it in English.
Mm-hmm.
Still don't have a fucking clue what New Order is and how it
Yeah.
works.
Like
I
the
have a good
lemillion,
idea.
something like
It's a
that.
jacked up bitch
Yep.
who fucks niggas up.
She
New
definitely does
Order.
that.
Boom. You're welcome,
She
world.
definitely does that.
That's all you really need to know about it.
Yeah. And then they always squeeze in the All Might glaze
Yeah.
where everyone's
Yeah.
influenced by him.
Yeah. Now, guys, we're not gonna fucking. We're talking about episode 1-6, so we're also not gonna do a fucking spoiler warning every fucking time. So I'm telling you guys right now, because we're gonna start really getting into it. If you haven't watched 1-6 and you don't want anything spoiled, fucking turn us off. Go fucking finish them up.
You can get out.
You can fucking get out.
And if you don't like it, you can get out.
Yeah, but turn it off because we're not gonna fucking spoiler alert. This is the spoiler alert. Yeah, it's not gonna fucking happen.
Yeah, we
Okay?
never do that for the
No.
episodes that we're
We'll
talking
put
about.
it.
So I don't know why
We'll
you
put it on
mentioned
the
that.
thumbnails,
But
just so you guys are aware. But that's
yeah,
about it.
yeah,
I just wanted to mention because me and you are such a fucking we hate spoilers so much. But you would think if they read the title because we
yeah.
always put what we're covering,
Mm-hmm. The
But
only
there's
time we'll
always
actually say spoiler alert is when
it
we
has
it has
fucking
nothing to do with this episode. So if we bring
and
up
it's
something from a
something
new
either
JJK,
crazy big
uh-huh.
or something that's like newer,
Right. Like we're not gonna
right?
do a spoiler alert for Naruto or Dragon Ball Z.
Right.
It's not
Like
gonna
if you
happen. We've
haven't
had
watched
plenty of
that, you're
time.
never gonna watch it. Like fucking
Right.
if you
Fuck
haven't
you.
watched it by now,
And
you're never gonna watch it.
if you
So
if you haven't watched it by now, fuck you. All right.
yeah,
Nobody
I
cares.
would agree with that.
Nobody cares if you've been spoiled.
Yeah. No one cares if you've been okay. Took a
You
minute
all
to
right?
process. Yep.
You're
But
like
yeah, fucking. Did you think she was gonna fucking die during that fight?
yes, because
You did.
of the plot glazing,
The
as I
the
like to say
plot
it.
glaze.
the plot the
So
plot
we're
glazing.
making up a
That's a
term.
great
Continue.
term right there. Plot
I don't get it,
glazing.
but
We're gonna that
continue.
ding. We're gonna do plot glazing. Plot glazing. It's gonna be an alert.
Now that you want the
Let's go.
ding, you'll never get it.
All right. Thank you.
You're
Appreciate you.
welcome.
So
Got
kind.
you. Great
But
friend.
yeah, I thought that she was gonna in some way die or in some way lose her quirk because of All for One, and he was always sitting there like, "We want our quirk. We want our quirk."
I for sure thought she was gonna lose her quirk.
I want a quirk, Shigaraki. I need a quirk. How does a quirk work? Is it
I
do
need to
that?
know. Yeah, I
Does
fucking
he was like
fucking
jerking off
weird, dude.
to like talking about her quirk.
Jerking
So I
off,
was
talk
like,
about a quirk. Yeah.
there's got to be a climax in that fight because it's the top hero, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the
And
world.
it's the first 2 episodes,
Right.
so something
So
wild's gotta happen.
gotta happen. So I honestly was the biggest question was not whether or not she was gonna die for me, it was whether or not she was gonna lose the quirk.
Gotcha. See, I thought she was gonna lose the quirk and still survive.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that's
Fair.
what was gonna happen.
That's fair.
That did not fucking happen.
But then you remember someone can touch you and you're dead.
Yeah. Touch.
That's all he needed to do.
Dude, fucking, I don't fucking know, man. That's fucking stupid. I just,
That's all he has to do.
yeah, and it's wild too, because like she's on a fucking plane, so she's in the air. So it's like, at what point does he start putting his decay on the air? Like at the why haven't they yet? You know what I mean?
Well,
Like might as
he
fucking
touches
well,
the air.
dude.
She could touch the air and change some shit.
With
So
how
why
powerful
can't
they've fucking made him,
he?
we might as well have him just decay the air at this fucking point, dude. Like fucking might as well.
Yeah,
Dude, Jesus Christ, man.
yeah. There's two aspects to that I don't like. One being that what you just mentioned, and then the other being that Star and Stripe. Fuck, I lost it. Damn it! Damn it! There was another point
Yeah,
to that.
yeah. I did have two things. Like, so for one, why did she keep calling them bros? Is that
I
like
think they think that's an American thing.
I was just about to say, is that like a Japanese view on America, where it's like when someone's super patriotic, like when they're symbolizing
American.
America, and
Yeah.
it's gotta be like bro,
Like,
bro,
come on,
bro.
bro. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Nobody says
Thanks,
that anywhere
bros.
else.
Thanks, bros.
What
Do you
other
think
country
at any
says that?
point, I fucking don't know. Do you think at any point the voice actor was like, why do I keep saying bro?
I think the only part that sucks about them saying bro is how corny it sounds.
Yeah.
It's like we don't say it that corny, or at least
I try not to.
I
I
was
hope
about
it
to
doesn't
say,
sound like that.
like, come on, bro. Come on. What you
Bruh.
doing?
Bruh,
Come on,
switch it up
bruh.
a little bit. Bruh.
Come on, bruh.
Yep. Gotta
Throw
switch it
some of
up.
that
Gotta
in
change
there.
the emphasis. Gotta put it in the
Imagine
middle
if she started
sentences.
saying it like that. Oh, come on, bruh.
I'd
Comes
fuck
out
with
like
it.
that.
I'd fuck with it super hard. I'd fuck with it. And then I was like, yo, I've never understood full order. I've never understood new order. But it's like, it didn't matter. She died after the second episode.
Right.
And he ended up with not her quirk.
Right. And the
So
quirk
why
went
did
away.
Yeah. So it's like, all right, I didn't
So,
understand it, but I guess I didn't need to, because
you know,
it literally doesn't fucking matter.
My Hero is like a
Irresponsible.
professional. It's a professional edging anime, dude. That's what they're fucking professional. They like almost fully explain it, and then they pull out, and they're like, "Oh,
oh." You're like,
they
fuck, I was right there. I was right there.
I was right there, man.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's what they
That's
do
exactly.
often.
Yeah, and it's like even with the fucking destroying of her quirk, right? So she put the fucking the rule on New Order where it'll oppose and destroy all the other quirks inside of him, right?
Or it just opposes all other quirks.
Right. And so it starts fucking
Pretty
up.
pretty
It starts
straightforward,
fucking up the
which was
quirks
fucking
inside of him.
dope.
It was dope. The problem with that is that like at the end he was like, I gotta give this quirk to somebody. He's about to kill this little nigga that has nothing to do with anything. Just showed up at homeboy's house and came through the fucking wall. Him and his sister over there eating popcorn, watching
Hey,
TV and
shit, I'll
shit.
take a New Order quirk. Shit.
Right? And because if he takes that dude's quirk and gives him New Order, there's no issues because there's no other quirks in him.
Right.
And so it's like fucking that's a win for me.
Right.
But first off, like while it's in there, remember he tries to give it to the dude and
It doesn't work.
it doesn't work and she's like, "Yeah, your quirks destroyed my quirk because it was opposing them." And I was like, "Are we not like this is the
Like
second
how
time you guys have done something like this
right.
where it
Why
doesn't make
the
any
whole
fucking
point of
sense."
why New Order was so strong was that it could do that. How are the other quirks able to do that?
Yeah. Like so the only other time they did something like that was when they tried to take all for one
Mm-hmm.
or one for all. Sorry, they
Mm-hmm.
tried to take one for all and the brothers like, "No, we're staying with him." And he just kept the cork even though fucking all for one tried to take it. And I was like, "Are we not going to explain why one for all is different from other corks where you couldn't take it?"
I don't remember that. All I
Yeah, that
remember is
happened
him
in the
giving
last
him the
season.
quirk.
That happened in the last season.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was like,
Missed it.
okay, all right, we're just gonna fucking this is gonna be a one off.
I
Well, I
don't
guess
remember.
I was like, I guess one for all is special. This is not, but now it kind of seems like quarks have their own personality
Yeah.
inside of them.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't fucking, and we're just not gonna.
they
Yeah, they're
definitely manifest because she manifested inside his body or
yeah,
inside his
fucking
conscience. Where I don't know where the quirks are held, but um,
yeah.
and then
And I have a gut feeling they're never gonna explain this out.
no,
So I was like, all right, fuck you
there's
then,
too
dude.
many power system holes there.
Yeah, fucking. Thanks
But
a lot, my
super dope
hero.
scene. And not only did they fuck us there, they also fucked us in the ass uh, afterwards because you think, okay, she just made a big impact, right? Which means he can't use any of the other quirks that All for One snagged, right?
Mm-hmm.
He can only use his decay quirk. And so I was like, oh shit, that's fucking dope because now he can only use his own quirk. He can't fucking piggyback off of all the other quirks.
Yeah.
And then he gets back to the All for One layer and All for
And All
One's
for
like,
One's
dude,
like,
you're
"Oh,
gonna be
don't
able to
worry."
use them all
Yeah,
again.
he's like, "Don't worry, they'll heal in time." And you're like, "What?
What?
All right, yeah." So first off, all right, I'm with you on
What?
this. Okay, I'm with you on this. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here, right?
I was
Like, what are
lost.
we talking about? Like, how is it that we can use these quirks after fucking New Order? So, what was the point of doing this,
What
anyways?
was the
Right?
point?
And the point was, here's the point, and I'm gonna add something. So let me finish this out. Okay, the point was because this is infuriating to me. Okay, the point was that it was buying them time before Shigaraki's complete. So it buys them more time before Shigaraki. That's the
Yep,
point of it.
I
Here's
remember
the
that.
problem with that. What the fuck does it mean for him to be complete?
Right,
At no point have they explained what being complete means or looks like. Like
right,
he's already got 30 quirks. So you're saying once he's fully complete, he's gonna have full power, more power? What's gonna happen to all for one? Like nothing has been explained. They
right,
just keep talking. He's not at full power yet. He came out early last season. Oh, it came out early. He's only 70%. Now he's only 80%. He's a week away. He's 10 days away. She bought us time. What the
and then it was at like
fuck does
last
this
time I heard
mean?
it's at 97%.
Yeah, it's at 97% versus 95. Fucking fuck you.
Yeah,
That's all
I
I
don't,
got. Fuck you.
I don't know. They're not explaining a lot, and then they're fucking us on a lot of areas like that, and I don't like it at all.
I don't
That
like
one
it.
really made no sense, and
Love the show. Love
I
the
felt
season
like
so
it was
far,
a
might
great
add.
opportunity too because
Mm-hmm.
you introduce a random ass number one hero that was so fucking overpowered that you had to kill her in 2 episodes.
Yep.
And and then the impact she has is just stalling for a week. Crazy,
Wild. Wild.
crazy,
But
crazy.
we want
But
fucking crybaby Midoriya to beat this nigga up.
and he's still crying, which is pissing me off considering last season he was a badass for 99% of the season.
Still crying. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, but
What are we
the
doing?
exit there was fucking dope. I just wish they would have rounded it out story wise.
Yeah, and I'm hoping the hope is that in the future they start to trickle this in because we're still only 6 episodes in. They won't, but I hope they
There's no
will.
shot.
And I don't know how, but I've loved the season so far. Love it.
Yeah,
Big
yeah.
fan.
It's
Don't change a thing.
one of the biggest noticeable aspects that I love. You're probably gonna love is the
Mm-hmm.
strategy.
Mm-hmm.
The strategy. I mean, this is mental warfare right now,
Yeah.
and
Moves,
they're
counter moves. Yep.
right and finding shit out, and then countering what they find out. And the
Yeah.
very next thing you find out is that there's a snake. There's a snake,
Dude,
which we kind of hinted at, right?
yeah, we talked about it because we're like, yo, it's still there.
Like,
But it's
how are
easy,
they?
like when you get into the show and you're watching the show, it's easy to forget about it until the
Mhm,
show brings it up. Because there's
mhm.
so much going on.
Yep.
Like you got the heroes fucking trying to figure out, you got Midoriya's silent, you got everybody else's storyline. Also, Gravity with her hair up now, big fan. I think she looks so much better with her hair up. Not sure if you picked up on that or thought that. All right, so just me.
Just
But
you.
like I was like, man, why does she look better this season? And I
Yeah.
realized it's because her hair's up as opposed to down, like she normally has it.
Yeah.
But
I only
neither here
watched
nor
the.
there. Just
Yeah.
thought, just ain't got shit to do,
I
dude.
only
Just
watched the
thought that I
titty
should
bit.
mention. All right, yeah, Creaty or whatever her name is.
Momo. Yeah.
Yeah, uh,
Yayarozu.
yeah, there you go. And yeah, so what was I saying?
You were talking about
I blacked out. What's going on?
the hiding it, right? They did a great job of hiding
Oh yeah, you
or
start
at least
watching,
it's
there's so
easy
much
to
going on, you completely forget about
forget
it.
it. There we go.
Because I feel like the last time they brought it up was a teachers meeting in like season 4.
Right. Like how the fuck are they finding out all this shit? Like
Yeah,
they
it was
know
back
exactly
when
where all of our students are.
yeah, it was back when they went to the camp with the cat people dudes.
Mhm.
That's the last time they brought up having a fucking
Well, they went
snitch.
there twice. They went back to those dudes twice.
Did they?
Yeah, the cat sailor
Oh, take your
people.
word for it.
But
All right. But I feel like that's the last time they
anyway,
brought it up, and since then we haven't heard about it.
yeah.
So like when the season's over and I'm thinking about it, I'm like, someone's gotta be telling them this shit.
Right. And
Yeah.
we had, I think on one of our previous coverages, we kind of briefly mentioned that like how the fuck are they not necessarily that we called out a snitch,
Right.
but like why the
There's
fuck, how the fuck they're
yeah.
pulling up? Why are we letting the kids go out to all these different places knowing that
Yeah.
they know?
Now, did you ever think it was fucking Twinkle Twinkle
No.
Little
Fuck
Star?
no. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Nope.
And next question, when you found out it was him, did you remember any kind of foreshadowing?
Nope.
I did.
What'd you
So I
remember?
I didn't I didn't think it was him. I had no fucking clue it was him. No
Mm-hmm.
fucking clue.
Yeah.
Completely blindsided. When I found out it was him, I started thinking back on shit.
Mm-hmm.
And do you remember when he gave Midoriya the cheese?
No. Was that during one of the filler things? Like where they're on
Uh,
Christmas break or some shit?
it might have been. They were
Or like
training.
Thanksgiving or something?
Well,
Okay, no, they were in a
they were
training.
training. Yeah,
Oh.
they were training, and he was like being fucking weird about him and being
I
creepy
know
and
he's
shit.
always been weird about him, but I
Yeah.
didn't catch
So
him.
he was like he gave him cheese, right?
Mm-hmm.
And even Midoriya reference it. The only reason I remember it is because Midoriya references the cheese. When he's like, "You gave me that cheese. That was an SOS. I didn't understand." That when he's like yelling at him.
Oh.
Do you remember that part at least in this season?
Mm-mm.
Oh
Wait, when he was yelling at him in this season?
yeah, when he's yelling at Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. When
Oh
he
yeah, yeah,
finds out,
yeah.
he's like, when you gave me that cheese, that was
In
an
the forest.
SOS. I
Yeah.
didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that was an SOS. I should have
Right.
known that was you telling me you needed help, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So when he gave him that cheese, fucking Deku was like, why are you fucking being weird and shit like that? And he's like, I know your secret. He's like, you're just like me.
Oh.
And he's like, what do you mean I'm just like you? What do you mean you know my secret? And he's like, your quirk isn't compatible with your body. That's what he was saying. And he was like, my quirk's not
Ah.
compatible with my body.
I
And he was
remember that
talking about
part
his
now.
belt. And he
Yeah.
was like, oh, yeah, my belt. My parents bought me my belt when I was a kid because my quirk's not compatible with my body. And he's like, so it was leaking out at night. And now it no longer leaks. Now I'm magnificent. Or whatever fucking weird
Mhm.
shit he does.
Yeah.
But when he brought up the cheese thing, I remembered that shit. And I was like, oh, damn, they did kind of foreshadow this shit.
Yeah.
He did kind of tell him without telling him
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
his
When
quirk wasn't built for his body, which implies that he
remembering,
got it from someone else.
right. Remembering him talking about the cork and shit like that. Yeah. 100%. I
Mm-hmm.
probably should have known
Yeah. And
if I
then
was really that into it.
I know we did see the fucking Invisible Girl's face for a minute when she was fucked up from it.
Yeah. I didn't really pay too much attention to her face. It was more. Was that your phone?
Yeah,
That was loud.
it was. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that she was very dramatic.
Yeah.
How could you? Oh
I
my!
mean,
How can you look at yourself in the mirror? It's like, dude, he's doing it because of his fucking parents.
yeah, I understood that. So that, like that, I'm with you on that part.
It was a little dramatic.
The dramaticness of it, I understood. I don't agree
you
with it.
teared up, didn't you?
I fucking did tear up. Not during that
Yeah.
dramatic part. But I want to touch this real quick. I'll tell you why I teared up. I didn't when they were being dramatic. I was like, okay, that's like I wouldn't be that dramatic, but I kind of get it. Like to us, we're just watching this, but them, they're going through that. Like this has only been a fucking year, and they've been attacked 5 times. Their fucking whole city's taken over by villains. They're fucking all homeless, living at the school shelter.
Is this
Like,
comedy Hashira showing
like
his
their
feelings?
world's fucked up. Like I understand why she reacted like that. Now I know, bitch, I wouldn't have reacted like that, but I did cry. I thought that
Yes,
was a
you
good
did.
segue. I didn't cry. I teared up, and I
Cried.
teared up when Deku was shouting at Twinkle Twinkle,
Yeah.
and he talked about missing the cheese. He was like, "I missed it. You were trying to tell me it was like, you wanted to help him. You're such a good hero." Like it was rough. It was rough for me.
Damn.
That whole scene where they were all like shouting at him, it fucking got me, dude. It fucking
Yeah.
got me.
Yeah, it didn't get me.
Yeah, I
It
didn't
didn't get
ugly
me.
cry or nothing. I teared up though.
I think she ruined it. I think the invisible bitch ruined it for me. If she wasn't there, I think I may have felt it more. But
Mm-hmm.
she was just so over the top that I was like, man, shut up. Like at least
Yeah.
Midoriya was like throwing out bars, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he
He's the
was
one that
like
got me.
actually
Yeah.
reflecting and shit
Yeah.
and
When
trying to
he was
figure
going,
out.
he's like, I don't want to believe that. You want to be a hero. You're still a hero. And I was like, oh God. He does want to be a
Grab
hero.
his hand.
I was like, take it, dude.
Take
Take his
his
hand.
hand.
Yep. Yep.
Be a hero.
Yep. Yep. Fucking shit, dude.
I didn't know he was German though. His
Nice.
parents are German. We just wanted you to be happy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We just
He
wanted
hopped
you
and
to
he
be
popped and
happy.
sent us an eviction notice.
He said he was going to kill us. We're
What is
sorry
it,
we
Grandpapa?
made...
Now what I do like so far, because like we're right at the like plan where shit starts to escalate, right? But before that, you kind of get into their plan. What I do like about those like 2 or 3 episodes where they're kind of going through the plan, I think it's like 2 episodes, where they're really going through the plan and starting to get everything executed and set up and stuff like that,
Yeah.
is they show why all quirks are important.
Yep.
And how they all kind of play a role into a master plan, right?
Yep.
So you had Monoma, who's the copy guy who can copy powers.
Yep.
Who's a fucking psychopath, by the way.
But
yeah,
he makes it unattractive because
he really does. He really makes you not want to do that.
It's like, is he a villain?
Yeah, he's like, and I'm the mastermind behind it all. But the fact
where
that
he had fucking what was it, Aizawa's eyes, where he's like, yeah,
you're going down, you're going down. Yeah, and then he took Kurogary's quirk,
dope.
And I was like,
And
damn,
I
this is
thought that they
fucking
had turned
genius.
homie back, and I was
I
like,
thought so too.
what?
I thought we were gonna get a flashback of him agreeing to help them
What?
or something like that. And then Shinzo, yo, all right. So I actually put this down
Aizawa
in my
loves him
notes.
some Shinzo.
He really does, dude.
But
He really does.
I got the perfect idea.
Yeah. It's like
Shinzo.
your guys' powers are not the same. You guys both have shitty powers that you've learned to use to make cool. But overall, your
Aizawa's
powers
powers
are
are
super
pretty
shitty.
fucking dope. Is that what you're talking about?
This is his power.
Yeah. And
Guess what? I just blanked.
let's
I
throw
lost
these
my
hands.
power.
His powers, if I got my eyes on you, we're throwing hands only.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He made it cool.
Yeah.
But if your power was just, you got to look at someone and their powers go away. But if you stop looking at them or if you blink, it doesn't work anymore. You're like, well, fuck. That sucks. But regardless, the point being is that, like, what bothered or what fucking what I wrote down in my notes. Yeah, sorry, I lost my train of thought. Like what I wrote down in my notes was, it fucking made me giggle when they showed like Shinzo showing up to class 1A. Think about what's going on, okay? The world Japan has descended into chaos. They're fucking just announced that they have a plan to fight All for One. They got all this shit going on. Shit's popping off. They're all homeless. This motherfucker walks in and they're like, yeah, he's brainwashing these motherfuckers. And the first thing these motherfuckers say is, are you going to be in class 1A or 1B?
Yeah. He's like, they're all jumping on him. There's a lot
Yeah,
of
they're like, hey, do you know what class you're going to be in, 1A or 1B?
Yeah.
I was like, nigga, All for One is still out there. You are literally in the middle of discussing that plan, and that is your question?
Well, hey, don't be talking about them goofing around now when in Demon Slayer we had this conversation with the new season. They're all fucking goofing around, and I'm like, hey, motherfuckers, Muzan's on the move. We got a bitch walking in the sun. He's on the way. We're training, and everybody's fucking around. But you're like, I love it. You said you love the fact that they're
different
fucking
show,
around.
man. Different show.
Okay, buddy.
This isn't that show.
Don't different show me. Don't you fucking different show me. We compare animes all the time.
Yeah, I'm not.
Every time you're just gonna be like, hey, different anime, different show.
Not every time. It depends on if it fits my argument or not.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough. But yeah, Shinzo on his list all the time. Now, I will say that I did think that they were gonna have Shinzo copy what's his face's voices and do it. I didn't realize that they were gonna brainwash them. He was gonna do that and then do it. So that was a little bit off for me, and I was like, oh man, I thought I guessed that.
Yeah, and you know what? I was super mad I didn't put it together either, because at the end of that episode, he was like, how did I not, All for One? He was like, how did I not like sense any deception or sense any resentment or anything like that in their voice? And I was like, I genuinely tried to figure out how they did it.
Right. You didn't think Shinzo?
Didn't think of Shinzo at all.
Yeah.
Didn't think. I was so upset. I was like, that was the fucking answer.
Yeah.
I guess like at the time you didn't know his powers, but you could assume that his powers have like increased.
And I feel like they're just making up shit for All for One. Like they're just making up shit to where anytime he needs a quirk to do something specific,
all of a sudden he fucking has it stockpiled.
Yeah. Because they haven't shared a list of all the quirks he has.
Right, that's true. Yeah. The other thing that fucking drove me crazy. It really is brilliant. Just a dude who spent his whole life stockpiling quirks. Yeah. So and then we could just add them in. Quirks. Yeah. We just add it in as needed. Whenever it's convenient, we can just write one in.
You keep those and then you write some extras.
Yep, just because.
Yeah, just to hide it.
Yep.
I would have dared to put this one.
People are gonna start picking up on this. We should just add in Dick Enlarger just because.
That would suck, having a dope quirk and then knowing that bitch is on the loose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, imagine being lemillion and then knowing that All for One's on the loose.
Yep, 100%. Like, but the other thing I had wrote down was so you at the same time when Shinzo showed up and they all congratulated him and he was talking about how he'd like developed his new power and shit. the principal was like, they were like, yeah, are you gonna keep helping us? Are you gonna keep doing this? And he was like, oh well. And the principal was like, well, he doesn't have his provisional license yet.
Yeah,
No one cares. I
I was
think the
all
whole
right.
world
Shut up.
understands
And
that we're in crisis.
if he denied it, imagine if he said, "Nope, he doesn't have his provisional license. We can't use him."
I'm
I
not
would
gonna
have
lie.
personally
I
beat the
would have
shit out of
stopped
that dude.
watching the show if
Well,
they legitimately
yeah, they wouldn't
was
have done
like,
that.
if they're like, yeah, we can't use him. Sorry, he doesn't have a provisional license yet. I'm like, this is the stupidest show I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. I'm done with this.
That would be fucking beyond dumb.
Yeah.
Because it's
Every
like,
now
dude,
and then.
who cares about Class A, Class B anymore? Why are we even talking about that shit? We're fucking fighting all for one.
Yeah.
Where are
Yeah.
all the fucking heroes at? Because
Yeah. Every
everybody's
now and then.
dead. We're using
Yeah,
a bunch
there
of students.
I wish I could think of examples because I've had shows like that I've really liked. One thing happens that fucking infuriates me. Haven't watched it since.
Mhm.
Haven't even finished the episode. Like once that one thing happens, I just stop watching at that point and I'm done with it. And I don't think about it or nothing, which is why I can't think of those examples.
Right.
But there are legitimately shows where it's like that one thing happens, one person does one thing one time, and it infuriates me to the point where I just completely get over the show.
Yeah.
That would have done it for me.
Well, now you can start thinking or jotting down the ones that
Yeah,
does happen
now
for.
when it happens, or if I think of it, I'll make sure I fucking jot them down. But
Yeah.
that shit fucking I get like
Yeah,
that from
I
time to
noticed
time.
that too. I noticed
Hmm.
that too. I was like, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. And they
Hmm.
dismissed it very quickly, but it still
Yeah.
sat with me where I was like, dude, you're the fucking principal and you're saying that shit right now. Like, dude, I'll whoop your ass right now. Like, what's your quirk? Fucking little rat boy.
Oh, yeah, he's fucking
What's
smart as shit.
little dog boy? Yeah, you're
Yeah.
smart as shit. I'm gonna
Smart
fuck
enough to
you
catch
up.
these fucking hands, you
Yeah.
bitch.
Imagine Lemillion's just sitting in the background and he says
Just
that.
fucking yeah. Now if that happened, I'd be back all in. If he was like, yeah, he doesn't have provisional license, so he's never gonna be able to do this, and just fucking Lemillion's fucking uppercut of justice pops up from the ground and fucking knocks out the principal,
And he goes,
and he's like, any
power.
complaints? Any complaints? I'd be
And
like, none
everybody's
here,
like,
dude. I can
nope.
keep watching this show now.
All Might's dragging his body out. All right, Shinzo, this is the plan.
No one needs to get a mime here.
Right.
Just drags him.
Yeah.
That
Holy
shit would be
shit.
fucking funny, dude. Uh,
But
now,
yeah,
I
they're
mean,
strategizing.
I know we talked about this. I can't remember if it was the end of. When did we talk about it? Where we talked about, do we think it's going to happen this season? Was that when we covered episode 1? Do we think he's going to defeat Shigaraki this season?
No, I don't think that. I
Did
think
we
that
ever
was
talk
your
about it?
point. I think that was one of your
I
points.
thought so. Yeah.
And
And
then
I
you
think
thought
you
that
didn't
there
think
would
so.
right. I think depending on how many more seasons are out, though, I don't know how many more seasons come out after this.
Yeah, supposedly there's only supposed to be 1 or 2.
Right. So if there's 2, I don't think. But if there's
You
only
think?
1, I could see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's the big fight, you know.
Like, at what point, how many situations are you guys going to get him into before I get over this?
Before he
You know what I
dies.
mean? Before I'm over it. Like, but do you know what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
Because it's like, you look at their plan. Their plan is fucking brilliant, by the way. I couldn't figure it out as they were doing it. Because the villains, to their credit, brought up a lot of good fucking points. Like, as they were trying, like, when they were fucking barricaded and shit like that, and they're like, dude, we're gonna destroy this shit. Why are they weren't destroying it right away because they were trying to figure out why. They're like, why are they doing this? They know we can do this. What's their plan
Right.
here?
Well, and then the
What's
one time
going
that
on?
they did, then they had reinforcements flock over.
Mm-hmm.
But
And why did Toga grab fucking, like, I know why she grabbed him. I know
yeah,
why she grabbed
Midoriya.
Deku, but why did she
Yeah.
grab him? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah,
know
there's
why,
some
but
underlying
why?
shit in this show where I think like it's gonna go back to the classic like childhood shit where they finally get over it and then they end up helping the heroes or something. Like some of
You
the
think
villains are
so?
giving me that vibe.
Yeah.
I don't think Dobby. I think Dobby's full on like fuck you
Oh yeah,
dead.
he's gone. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're gonna have to
yeah.
kill
We
that nigga.
yeah, that nigga about to
He's
die.
not going to jail. That nigga needs to die for
Yeah,
sure. Yeah.
today he's killed
Yeah.
more people than cancer probably.
Here's a question
But
we've never he's killed more people than cancer.
Shigaraki, real quick, Shigaraki is who I thought also was gonna like that childhood shit where he's gonna fucking
Mm,
break out of it. That's my
yeah.
ultimate thought on that.
And it might be that he helps them defeat All for One
Or he
still
just
and
fights All for One, and All for One fucks him up, and then
yeah, or
kind of like
whatever
an
the case.
Obito
Yeah.
redemption,
Yeah.
you know?
Something like that. Yeah. I mean, we've seen it all written. It could be any one of those things. And because I let you
Obito
finish, I
ass
forgot.
nigga.
Oh, I remember what I was gonna bring up now. I thought I forgot it, but I remember. Super
Spit
happy
it
about
out.
it. I really, really wanted to punch you in the mouth, just
Spit
so
it
you
out.
know. Uh, do you think they have they haven't talked about like all the punishments in there? Do you think there's a death sentence? You think that's a possibility? You think that's on the table?
Nope.
Now, if you were in
Because
charge
they
of
would
a
have
world
tried to
with
do it to
quirks,
All for
would
One.
you? That's true.
No,
Like
because then you open a whole can of worms, dude.
I think if quirks came out nowadays in our world, I would definitely want a death penalty.
I would.
I'd be like, yeah, we need a death penalty. Some of these niggas gotta go.
I wouldn't. Because
Like
it would
for
just
sure.
break out all war.
How would a death penalty for punishment break out war?
Because when people get wrongly accused, wrongly punished, I mean,
Uh,
people aren't just gonna lay back and say, "Oh, that's
yeah,
our court
but
system." They have
yeah,
courts
but
themselves, so
but that's we used to have a death penalty.
we still do in some states.
Yeah, and I don't fucking see war happening.
Yeah, because it's harder to mobilize somebody with a gun than with a superpower.
I guess that's a good point. Yeah. I was literally thinking it through as I was talking about it.
You gotta get in a car. You gotta go over to their house.
Yeah, as opposed to fly.
These
What
motherfuckers
if you
can
got a boo
teleport,
boo cork?
fucking instant transmission.
I guess it depends on how many corks are like that dude. You know what I mean?
Well, look at how much havoc the jailbreakers wreak, and they're just like a small
Exactly.
portion of the
Well,
community.
that just kind of goes to my point, which is kill them niggas. If you had lethal injection, it wouldn't matter.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay, Mister, I teared up during Midoriya's speech.
Yeah, kill him.
You
That's
go from
exactly
one
what happened.
extreme to the other. It makes zero
Yeah,
sense.
man. That makes perfect sense.
That
Everything I do is in extremes. That's
yeah,
pretty consistent.
makes no sense
Makes all the sense.
in the world.
I'm at dollars now. That's how much sense it makes.
Okay.
Yeah. 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 Drop some knowledge on your ass. Yeah.
Yeah, let's not do that again.
Did you have anything you wanted to add? I think we pretty much got through all of it. I mean, did you have any thoughts? Did you think their plan was going to work?
Yeah, I thought their plan was gonna work. I thought that there was it like they were gonna their plan was to lure All for One out because they were looking for
Mm-hmm.
him originally, and then I didn't buy the whole like he set him up and the whole speech with Midoriya, and then he ends up laser beaming All for One, shit
Oh,
like that.
he does the
He does
dramatic
the
turn with the fucking
with
belly
his
button
fucking
beam.
yeah with his penis beam, but yeah, I thought the plan. I thought they were gonna have a plan. I didn't think that they were gonna have the portal dimensions with Kurogiri, so I thought that that was fucking crazy dope. And
Yeah.
then I also thought another super dope aspect was the Shigaraki dome.
That I was
That
literally
was
gonna bring it
fucking
up. I was
so
just
dope.
about to bring it up.
I was
I was
like,
gonna say I forgot to
brilliant.
mention it.
On top of
Yeah.
brilliance, fucking dope. And I mean, they had the people set up. It was
Yeah, they had
ready.
people fucking everything laid out
Yeah,
to
electricity dude in a
specifically.
fucking little room who's
Yep.
lighting up that shit. It's fucking dope.
Yeah. So that way the
Absolutely
EMP
dope.
doesn't work that they knew he had. And remember, all for one, Star and Stripe fucking gave them that list of quirks, right? They were able to analyze them.
Mm-hmm.
So they gave them a list of all the quirks. So they were able to perfectly prepare for them.
Mm-hmm.
Like that shit was out of fucking control, man.
Yeah, that shit's dope. So it's
Yeah.
gonna be awesome to see how that turns
Yeah,
out, how
these
it
next
plays
6
out.
episodes are gonna be fucking fire.
Yeah, we're gonna do 4 parts to this, so part 2 is probably gonna be our best
Oh,
fucking
easily gonna be our
of
best
the
part.
season.
Yeah,
So be ready
yeah,
and on the lookout for that.
absolutely. Yeah, you got anything you want to say to the people?
No, great show. They do an amazing job of pacing.
Now, yeah,
Yeah, now. And it was very interesting because they've never really done a fast, then slow, then fast, or like then kind of pick up build.
mm-hmm.
So it was very cool to see them get innovative on this season.
Yeah.
That's all I got. What about you?
No, I pretty much covered all my thoughts on it. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
pretty excited so far this season. I like that. I like where it's at. I wish they like when it slowed down again. I was like, oh, boo! Like
Mm-hmm.
y'all better pick it up here soon, man. I was like, I fucking want to see some fucking action, and they just started to pick it up, and I was like, fuck, we got to record an episode. God damn it! I
Right.
was like,
Yeah.
I really want this to pick up, just like as a fan of the show and just wanting to see shit pop off.
Yeah. Especially
I
knowing
just
our next one's gonna be dope.
yeah, so I'm pretty excited. The next one's probably going to be, I agree with you, is probably going to be our best one. But like we said, guys, we don't read manga, so we have no idea what's happening next. And I actually enjoyed that aspect of it.
Yeah, I love that aspect of it.
Yeah,
I do
so,
not want to know already.
yep, I'm fucking happy. I'm looking forward to each episode. It helps my weeks go by pretty quick, you know?
Yeah, it does.
Where you're
It's like
like, when you're
you wake
waiting
up
for,
and then you're like,
yeah,
another episode.
yep,
Yeah.
yep, you get fucking all kinds of hype.
And then you got
Yeah,
Demon Slayer out too
yeah,
now,
we got
and
Demon Slayer
you
going.
got Blue Lock coming up. You got what's the next one?
Oshinoko, we were talking
Oshinoko.
about that.
That one
Yep,
I'm gonna be
I'm fucking hype.
I'm gonna be
Yeah,
on like JJK levels for Oshinoko.
yep, my boy Aqua.
Yep.
But all right, guys, we appreciate every single fucking one of you guys. We are at
Yes, sir.
700 subscribers.
700.
Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Remember, a real friend tells a friend.
Right. I agree with everything he just said. Like, subscribe, comment. We love you guys. You guys have been riding with us. We're up to 700.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
get it. We're going to keep on pumping out content. We had to stall a little bit due to some tech issues, but we are back. We got a lot of episodes coming. So
yes,
be
we do.
on the lookout. Love y'all.
Yes,
like
sir.
Chan.
All right, Comedy Ashera. We out.
We out.